My name is Scott Keto. I work at CoinList. I'm the president. I've been there for 6 years. CoinList got started in 2017. Our mission is to help the best projects start, launch, and grow. What's most exciting to me these days about crypto is just the rapid proliferation of new use cases for crypto. In 2017, we didn't have too much besides Bitcoin. I'm just really excited to see so many new things emerge, whether that's stable coins, real world assets, gaming applications, DeFi. There's just so much more to be excited about these days than there ever was before. CoinList's mission is to help projects start, launch, and grow. It's not easy to be a crypto project founder or even an entrepreneur at all. And there's a lot of things that are not critically important to the product that you're building. And CoinList helps you do all of those things, make it much simpler. Crypto is much more complicated than even regular Web2 businesses and all of the work that you have to do, things that you have to think about. You're not just building a product, but often you're building a token associated with that or a coin associated with that. So CoinList helps support entrepreneurs, projects from kind of the first day that they exist, doing tons of back office stuff that they wouldn't want to do, to helping them do user acquisition, pre-market, with whether that's validators or developers or any of those things. There are not a lot of distribution channels that exist to find those users. And then obviously we help teams launch their tokens, famously having worked with, tons of the top 100 assets out there, projects out there, Filecoin, IMX, Near, Mina, more recently projects like ONDO. Tons of these really great projects that are building, helping them launch, find users, find distribution, find decentralization. And then beyond that, continuing on that journey to help them, support them through, governance, allowing their token holders to do governance on our platform, or supporting staking so the network is secure, or then even finding new users beyond that first initial kind of distribution. We're really focused on helping projects all across their journey, from start, launch, all the way to grow. The biggest differentiator between CoinList and other platforms that may help projects launch has always been around trust and compliance and our relationship with our end users. Obviously, we have a lot of them, 12 million, but we've really built a brand, and not just a brand, but a real process and system that is compliant and trustworthy. And a lot of other platforms that existed when we got started in 2017, or that pop up year over year to help do some of the similar things that we do, they don't really last through multiple market cycles, either because they have some compliance problems, it's a very complicated space, or because they don't provide the same level of trust to their users. And by that, I mean, we really focus on making the best possible engagements that we can. We think about stakeholders of any protocol, not just being the protocol itself or CoinList or any other business partners, but also ultimately the community that supports them, and focusing on the community and making sure that all of they're well taken care of brings them back to CoinList, but also brings a lot of trust for when we help launch a new product or new project, that they're going to have a great experience, and that they're going to have be working, enjoying using this new product that's going to be trusted as well. Space is full of rug pulls and scams, and that's like the minimum bar. But there's a bar that's much higher than that, which is how you can, really build something that's long lasting. Our clients' needs have shifted over the years. Very early on, there was a lot of demand for capital. There just wasn't a lot of capital in the space. I think the biggest challenge for new projects right now trying to launch actually is user acquisition. How do they find amazing users? There's so many bots out there in the world, Sybil farmers, all these different things. But projects ultimately need real people who are contributing to the network, using their networks, using their applications. I think that's the biggest thing that people are struggling with right now, and CoinList can really help deliver on that. What really sets us apart is a level of trust, compliance that we've built up over the years. We aim to work with the best projects in crypto, but that also means, we need to do things the right way. And a lot of our competitors that have existed since we've started in 2017, frankly, they don't exist anymore, or they lost a lot of trust with their users. And you can't build a good platform if you don't have a great relationship with your customers, you don't do things the right way. If you're fast and loose with the rules, ultimately that will catch up to you. And we've built a great platform that's built on trust and compliance, as well as just a great experience for our end users who are, individuals or funds or whoever, as well as our project customers, our clients. In the past year, we launched a suite of staking funds and vehicles, definitely in relation to a lot of the regulatory environment here in the US. Coinbase was sued by the SEC, so they can't support staking. Kraken had a giant fine. Our response to that was, how do we do this again in a trusted, compliant fashion for people in the US and anywhere in the world? And so we launched a suite of staking vehicles, which we work with BitGo as our qualified custodian. And as well as that, we're doing a lot on, again, how we can focus and help projects really grow their protocols and applications. We've been at the best at helping projects launch, but we want to help them grow beyond where they are today, which for a lot of that means, how do we bridge the gap for user acquisition? How do we make those onboarding funnels much shorter? Most users interact with crypto via centralized exchanges or other centralized platforms. Very few users are on chain. I hope that will grow over time, but in the meantime, we can make that easier instead of clicking a million buttons or risk, clicking on a fraudulent link that's going to, drain your wallet, to helping them in a trusted environment get onboarded and get to using the applications that we want them to be using. We've been at the forefront of innovation in crypto for the past 6 years. We really focus a lot on the new projects. I mean, there's a lot of amazing things that have been built in crypto, but there's always a new wave of entrepreneurs, there's a new wave of founders, there's a new wave of builders getting into this space. And our mission is really to help those people. So we want to continue to help them get started. All the stuff that, is not super exciting for a founder when you're thinking about building a new thing, whether that's, KYC or that's document signing or any of that stuff at the very early stages, to helping them find, validators or developers for their network, pre-launch, to helping them launch their token, to helping them then, as I was talking about, grow their networks. And so we're, I think founders, builders drive innovation in the space forward more than anyone else. And focusing on those people is how we're going to help, grow this space much larger. I think there's going to be a huge wave of growth in this space. In the past 6 years that I've been working at CoinList, we haven't really seen this level of kind of political engagement on the crypto front. I don't think anything's going to happen soon, but a lot of the focus up to now has been, outside of the US. And I'm really excited for the opportunity for a lot of these projects to operate and grow within the US. We're really well positioned to support the growth of teams that are based in the US, to support the growth of the industry in the US, having that focus on trust, compliance. That means that founders won't feel compelled to move to, Singapore or BVI or wherever they might go now, and they can stay, in the place that they love with the great talent that we have here. So I'm really excited about what that might mean for us and what that might mean for the industry. So BitGo was, the first wallet/custodian that we onboarded. We do work with other ones, but when we were looking to help our projects who had launched do the distribution of their tokens on behalf of their users, we were looking for the qualified custodian piece, cold storage in some sense from a technical perspective, but also be able to do transactions at scale and support these projects. We have 12 million users on our platform. They range in their needs pretty substantially from kind of slow-moving, high-security focus to we need to move things quickly. And there are not a lot of platforms like wallet providers, custodians that can do both of those things simultaneously. So it was a natural choice for us to pick BitGo as the first one that we partnered with. Ultimately, all these things are financial assets in some shape or form, whether they're, utilized in a game or for governance or whatever. They do have a value to them, and if anything has value, you don't want to lose those things. And so I think it's probably critically important for everyone to think about this. Not everyone needs a qualified custodian, but everyone should be thinking about the security of their assets. And I think from a business perspective, if we lost all of our customers' money, we would be out of business. So it's critically important. We don't make the choices to work with different custodians or wallet providers lightly. It's months of diligence and months of integration work to do that. Partnering with BitGo has been really important for us since the start. We got started in 2017. We started to build out the wallet and custody kind of portion of our platform in 2018. BitGo was the first one that we picked to work with in terms of the ability to both handle the kind of regulatory component on the qualified custody part, also the security of cold storage, as well as kind of the functionality and the scale that is available through the hot wallet type of product. We would not be able to succeed without that. And BitGo offers all of those things together. There's other wallet providers, other custody providers that can do one or both, or a little bit of both, but not so well. And so it was really important for us, when we didn't have a lot of scale and a lot of resources, to pick one, partner that we could work with over a long time horizon that would be able to support us and our projects on that journey. They've been really focused over the years on security, and I think that's really critically important. Early days with multi-sig wallets, there weren't a lot of wallet providers that were exclusively focused on that. That was really important from our perspective in terms of security. And there's not a lot of other custodians that have been quite as flexible, I would say, in terms of their ability to support new projects, which is a focus for us. There are a lot of different things that projects and protocols should be thinking about when they're launching. I think the most important thing at the end of the day is crypto as a whole is designed to be a decentralized incentive mechanism. I don't think always people think quite enough, or they should be thinking more about all of their different stakeholders and how they're going to be bringing those people on board into their project. Stakeholders are very different. They're validators, they're end retail users, they're doing all sorts of different things. And so I think the first thing that people should be thinking about more than anything is, how am I going to bring those people on, help them get onboarded to my platform, and then stay here for a long time? It's not about getting people to show up, do a bunch of transactions and then disappear. That's the biggest, overarching thing I would think about. There's a million different potential red flags or pitfalls that you can walk into, whether that's on, legal compliance side. We can, talk about those at any time, but I think there's a ton of those things. There's also the partners that you work with, and I think there's a lot of, just like there's a lot of scams and rug pulls on the individual project side facing, potentially retail users, less scams, but partners that are not built either to scale or don't have the experience or don't have the knowledge to help you navigate the difficult waters of launching a new protocol. I think choosing the right partners matters when you think about not just today or tomorrow, but long term. You're going to be working with them hopefully for the next decade or longer, and so picking the right partners when you're launching, quite important. Legal compliance, and then most importantly, thinking about all the stakeholders within your ecosystem, whether that's community, validators, developers. They all add a lot, and no protocol or project can succeed without those people being a part of it. The opportunity that we have to change how we interact with money in a much better way. Money is one of the most important things in people's lives. If you ask people what do they care most about, first thing they say will be healthcare or their health. The next thing they'll be money. And the opportunity for us to bring effectively programmability to money in different formats and fashion, and bring that kind of ownership back to the individual user is just really powerful in so many ways. I don't think we've even nearly scratched the surface of all the things that are going to be possible once we bring that to the forefront. And so in general, that's mostly what excites me, is I get to kind of own my own money or own my own data. But there's so many other opportunities out there, whether it's gaming, whether it's bringing, real assets on chain, whether it's DeFi and being my own bank. Like we're so early still, even 6 years, 7 years from when we got started, that I don't think that we have quite figured out exactly all the things that we will be doing, but it's extremely exciting. And, I love working in the crypto space because we're helping fuel that innovation.